All right, hello and welcome to the lab portion of today's class. I'm just going to teach you how to connect to the server and just get ready on the terminal and prepared to do your real lab, which comes out after the next lecture. Okay, so let's go to the modules page. Let me close out all this extra stuff. Dun dun dun. I have shown you how to connect to the class server in this page. So definitely go here, go to the SSH client page, and get everything that you need to get installed so you can come back here and I can show you how to connect. You should be able to connect after watching the video that I put in here. Okay, so get on the class server. Let me give you a crash course in doing it. You can go through PuTTY or you can use SSH. I'm going to be using the SSH command because I have a terminal that looks like this. So this is kind of the way you do it on a Mac. And please connect to your account on the class server. So definitely follow along with that video, but I'll connect to my test account. So connect to that account at server.lawtonsclass.com. Type the password that I changed for myself, and then you see the cow. That's how you know you made it. All right. So usually you won't find anything if you type ls, but I have done some things already for a previous class, and so that's why my home folder is currently populated. All right. So remember that you won't see stars when you type your password if you're using the terminal. PuTTY, I think. PuTTY as well. Yeah, it's not going to show you stars, right? So let me know if you're having trouble connecting. There are a lot of people on the wait list, and so it's possible that I didn't give you an account if you got added late. Okay. So just let me know if you can't get on, and yeah, we'll go from there. So make sure to save your work often, just in case something goes wrong, because this is a different computer that you're connecting to. It's not the one that's in front of you. Okay, it's across the internet. Make sure to do that, so then you can move around, right? You can type enter, type ls, make folders, do things like that. I'll get you ready for your first lab. You do not, though, have to work on the class server. You just have to turn stuff in on it. You got to put files onto it once you're done working on them and you're sure they're correct. Okay? One way to copy files between the class server and your computer is to install a program called CyberDuck, which has a really, really cute logo. And you'll use the SFTP protocol on port 22 to connect to the class server with the same username and password, and then you can move around. Let's see if I can show you that just briefly. Let me open up CyberDuck. I will do that later. So you can make a connection. It's going to be SFTP. And this is how you can drag and drop files between your computer and CyberDuck. But it's server.lawtonsclass. Sorry, it's so small. Let's see if I can make that better for us. Port 22 stays the same. It's your username, which is test. And then your password, whatever you had it. Yay. And everything else you can leave the same. You can have it save the password if you want to. And then you click connect. And then you're like, yes, I trust this computer. I want to allow the connection. Right? Things like that, and then you have your home folder. If there's nothing there, there won't be anything, but you can drag and drop files. So this is the computer. You can drag it to your desktop, drag it from your desktop, whatever you need. Oops, I just accidentally put or expanded that folder. But you can move around and you can edit things. Okay, so that might be useful. Boop. So yeah, if you'd really like to, I can help you install Linux on your own computer as a virtual machine or through Windows Subsystem for Linux, or to get a compiler on your Mac terminal, whatever you need. You don't have to connect to the class server all the time. So just keep that in mind, and I can show you how to make it so that you can do things on your local computer without an internet connection. Okay, so that's that. Let's just go through the shell just really briefly. The terminal is another name for that, the shell. And yeah, remember how to move around. You gotta use CD, see where you are with PWD. So this is my home folder. Let us make a folder. Let me actually just remove all of the things. RM removes things last. Yay, test. So now I have a fresh home folder just like you. Let's make a folder for our labs. To make a folder, you can say make dir, MKDIR, and then give it its name. So hey, that just made a labs folder in my current working directory. Yay, and I can cd into it. start doing stuff. It's currently empty. I can edit files with nano, things like that. I can go back out to my home folder with cd tilde, or because it's one out from where I am, cd dot dot, all that stuff. So get practice with that. Edit a file, nano, blah.cbp. Right, just a simple program, return 0, Control X, Y to save, and all that. And then I can compile it, all that stuff. So here's my empty C++ program. So G++, standard equals C++17, blah.cbp, dash O blah, because why not? And so I just made a program that does nothing. And so it ran and did nothing at all. Yay. So that was that. That's compiling and running a program. Tilde, remember, that's short for your home folder. And what I'd like you to do in the lab time today, because remember this is a 4-unit class, you're supposed to be doing labs, and so it's like 2 hours each lecture. I want you to try and learn Vim right now, because there's extra time. Try to learn Vim. There's a tutorial for Vim on the terminal. Instead of just typing Vim by itself, type Vim tutor. Hit enter, and it will plop you into a tutorial for Vim. You can start scrolling with the arrow keys, but it'll teach you how to use the Vim scrolling keys in a second. Go through this, because that will teach you how to use Vim, and it's, I promise, much better than Nano. You can do much nicer things with it. Okay? So, yeah, after you finish, that's all I wanted you to try today. So that is your lab time for today. I will introduce your first lab next time, and that's what you're going to really work on. It's always going to be the current lab that's out. But yeah, that concludes our first lecture. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.